All right, how to straighten the pull cue part 2. This time we're actually going to bend the cue in order to straighten it. However, before you get overzealous and start bending it, you must do this test. This cue right now is not straight. Before you try to bend this straight, make sure you disassemble it and roll the butt piece and your shaft independently. In this case, my butt piece is straight. My shaft is also straight, okay? Yet, when you screw them together, they wobble. What you have here is not a straightness issue, it's an alignment issue. See, I ruined the alignment by shimming a piece of tape here. What you do here is not bend your shaft, but manually face this surface to tweak the alignment. I'm going to remove this piece of tape. See, now it rolls straight, okay? So make sure these two pieces are actually not straight by themselves before you start bending it. If they're straight and your whole thing is not straight, this is an alignment issue. Do not fix that by bending. This one actually needs to be bent back to straightness. This is a snooker cue. It's actually handmade, so they planed this by hand and then chased it with sandpaper. There's no machine involved in this thing except for this joint in the back and the ferrule, okay? When it was first made, it was perfectly straight. This was made in Guangzhou, China, and the humidity and temperature is similar to Florida in the US. Now here I am in New York State, 3 years later, this thing is spinning like a top. So in this case, we know you actually got to straighten it. This is not difficult. We all understand the concept, just bending it the opposite way. So the purpose of this video is I just want to show you how much you have to bend this thing in order to cause a permanent deformation, okay? Just like before, we are going to find the high point and look how much I need to bend it, all right? So feel safe when you do this. Wood is very tough. You have to bend it by a ridiculous amount in order to straighten it. So if you just do this little dinky thing, it's not gonna change. All right, so just rest assured when you have to bend it that much. See, it's already getting much better. Still high on this side, right? Holy shit, we're going way too far on this one. All right, now that's pretty reasonable. Once again, to recap, if these pieces are straight by themselves, you do not have a straightness issue, you have an alignment issue. And to fix that, watch my other video on this channel. Obviously, for the sake of time, I did this very quickly. I was in a rush. When you're doing it by yourself, do it slowly and assess frequently, okay? And the other thing is wood has memory. So right now, this thing is perfectly straight. However, tomorrow, it's gonna go back to the direction it was once bent. However, it won't be bent nearly as much as today. So just keep doing it. You probably need to do it for 3-4 days in order to get a good straightening. Now, so this is a snooker cue, right? Let's say you have a pull cue and your shaft is bent. You're just bending the shaft only to get the shaft to spin like this. Once it is stable, then screw down your butt piece. Assess the alignment. Your cue might still be crooked, but now you know your shaft is straight, so that crookedness is coming from the alignment, not the straightness of the shaft. And then go about tweaking the alignment of your shaft and butt. After you follow through these two processes, you should have a cue that's perfectly straight overall.